Hi, boys and girls. Today I'm going to read Thanksgiving Is by Louise Borden. I'm wondering what you're thankful for. You listened to a story a couple of days ago. Behind me, I have a banner and it says thankful. We're going to be talking all this month about what we are thankful for. We have a lot to be thankful for. And here's my little turkey clip. It's my daughter's. I'm wearing it today while I read this story. Gobble, gobble. All right. Thanksgiving is. What is Thanksgiving? Do you think you know anything about Thanksgiving? This is a little bit of the history of Thanksgiving. All right. It is the fourth Thursday in November, and so it is Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving is always the fourth Thursday in November, and November is the month that we're in right now. Thanksgiving is a long word to spell. Thanksgiving. Longer than Pilgrim or Mayflower or even New England. New England is where we live. We live in the state of Rhode Island, but it's part of New England. Thanksgiving is many travelers on a small ship. Some are pilgrims, some are not. 70 men and women, 32 children, 2 dogs, no cats, and a few hens. That's what traveled on the Mayflower so long ago, boys and girls. All on the Mayflower together. The year is 1620. Wow, that's a long time ago. Thanksgiving is tall hats with brims. That's how they used to dress, the pilgrims, in 1620. And ties on shoes, cloaks in the wind, and long aprons too. Thanksgiving is stiff, wide collars, some white on gray. And Thanksgiving is a land left behind, so pilgrims can worship the Pilgrim way. So they left England. They didn't like it there. It was ruled by a very bossy king, and they wanted to go someplace different where they could kind of do what they wanted. Thanksgiving is a long, long trip. Some travelers are cold, some are wet, and some are sick. It was a very, very long and hard voyage. And Thanksgiving is land at last. A new land, New England. They left England and they called the land that they landed on New England. It was actually in Plymouth, Massachusetts, which is not far from here at all. Thanksgiving is a hard winter in a cold land. It is a lot of work for all. And we're going to be talking more and more about the details of when the pilgrims arrived and what they had to do to survive. Pilgrim fathers cut down trees. Pilgrim brothers gather thatch. Pilgrim sisters help pilgrim mothers. And all pray for help from God. So here they are. And they have to build homes, boys and girls. They didn't have a home to live in. They didn't have any place to live. They had to stay on board the ship once they landed. Thanksgiving is men with muskets off to hunt. Bang, 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 guns glint in the sun. Fresh meat at last. So they did bring guns with them so that they could do some hunting once they arrived. Thanksgiving is Samoset and Squanto, the Pilgrims' first friends. So those were the Native Americans that they met. They already lived here in America. They were already here long before the Pilgrims arrived. Thanksgiving is corn seed in hills and nets in the sun. He taught them how to fish and how to plant. So right here, we have the Native Americans, and these are the Pilgrims. Say Pilgrims, Native Americans. Awesome. Thanksgiving is many hands, Pilgrim hands, and Indian hands, and big hands, and small hands. They're all working together. And Thanksgiving is many hands together. That first winter was so hard. Many pilgrims died. Now, they're celebrating all they have to live for. Look, when they landed here, there weren't any homes. There was not shelter. There was not a place to stay. Look what they built. And look, they're able to hunt and grow their own food. Thanksgiving is a pilgrim harvest in the fall, and the harvest is good. baskets of corn, baskets of nuts, bushels of beans and squash, fish salted for winter, then placed in casks, wild fowl and ducks on spits. Lots and lots of food to eat. So they're very, very thankful. They're appreciative of what they have. Because it wasn't so long ago that they didn't have anything. They didn't have enough food to eat. They didn't have a place to live. And now they do. So they're very, very, we say, thankful. Thanksgiving is a feast for 3 days. So the first Thanksgiving lasted 3 days, boys and girls. After the harvest and Thanksgiving is a feast for 3 days after the harvest. And Thanksgiving is Pilgrims and Indians together. Native Americans and Indians, that means the same thing. Thanksgiving is gifts without ribbons. More than 300 Novembers ago, over 300 years ago. Thanksgiving is land and harvest. It's actually from 1620, and now it's 2020, so it's 400 years ago. This book's a little old. That was a long time ago. Thanksgiving today is from Thanksgiving back then. So just like the Native Americans celebrated and they invited many, many family members to dinner, that's what we do on Thanksgiving. That's part of our tradition, something that we do every year together. It is grandmas and grandpas, uncles and aunts. It is turkey with gravy and pumpkin pie. It is football and friends and big parades. It is a day to say thanks for blessings all over our land. So it's a day to remember and to be thankful for all that we have. And usually we celebrate with family or friends. My tradition may be different than your tradition. Usually we go over my sister's house and we have Thanksgiving, and we have family members that all come over, and we have turkey and we have pumpkin pie and we have all the fixings for it, like mashed potatoes and green beans. So, so yummy and delicious. So that's my family tradition. I'm wondering what your family tradition is. What do you do on Thanksgiving? It is the fourth Thursday in November, and so it is Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving back then, Thanksgiving now. Maybe you play football. A lot of times after dinner, my family goes for a walk, and my son plays football. He runs routes around the neighborhood, and he throws the ball with his dad, and we all kind of walk around the neighborhood together. So I'm wondering what your traditions are. We're going to be talking more about Thanksgiving tomorrow. Bye.